poppin'. Telling everyone you hate that shit. But you can't stop. Welcome back to TazerFace's Nostalgic Game Review, where pixels never die, cartridges never quit, and the memories hit harder than red armor out of nowhere. Buckle up, because today we're diving into pure 8-bit punishment. This is Ghosts and Goblins. They say pain builds character. They say challenge makes the reward sweeter. But then there's a game that takes those ideas, sharpens them into a rusty medieval lance, and drives them right through your fucking soul. Released in arcades in 1985 by Capcom and ported to the NES in 1986, Ghosts and Goblins puts you in the armor of Sir Arthur, a knight on a quest to save Princess Prin. Yes, Prin. Sounds like your standard fairy tale, right? Because the princess beat the demon, get the kiss, right? But no, this isn't Mario. This is hell on earth, pixelated torment wrapped in a colorful package. If you grew up with this game, you remember it. Not because you beat it, because you didn't. Because you slammed the controller down. Because you screamed at the TV. Because you swore, today was the day you'd finally make it past that goddamn red armor. And maybe you did. Maybe you saw the ending. Or maybe, like most of us, you got crushed under the weight of one of the hardest, most unforgiving NES games ever made. This is the game that forged your rage. So, if you're ready, let's dive in to the medieval nightmare. Let's talk gameplay, graphics, sound, difficulty, and legacy. And let's rip apart why Ghosts and Goblins is both one of the most legendary and most sadistic games of all time. Imagine jumping in quicksand. That's Arthur. His stiff little hops lock you in place, like you signed a contract with fucking gravity. One wrong jump, one bad pixel, and you're in your underwear. Literally. And you don't get 3 or 4 hits like Mario. No. You get 2. Armor, underwear, dead. Right. So let's talk about the weapons. The lance. You start with this standard little piece of shit, straight shot. It's reliable. The dagger, the golden weapon. Fast, deadly. You pray for it every time. The torch. Boom! Angry. A curse. A flaming arc. Misery that guarantees you'll never hit what you need to. Every player remembers the moment the game forced them into torch hell. The axe and shield, awkward at best. Situational, often fucking useless. Every weapon feels like a gamble, and Ghosts and Goblins loves to shove the worst ones in your path. When you're finally doing great, you think you might have it this time, then they're gonna give you a fucking torch. Now the enemies. Zombies, endless, popping up just where you don't need them. The Red Armorer, the devil himself, he swoops, he jukes, he taunts. A single Red Armorer is harder than most bosses in other games. Ghosts, ogres, fire-breathing monsters, the roster of pain just keeps piling up. Every enemy feels designed to ruin you. Not just challenge you, fucking ruin you. This isn't difficulty, it's cruelty. 2 hits and you're fucking dead. Enemies don't just appear. They respawn, swarm, and overlap. Jumps have to be pixel perfect. Levels are designed to trick you into mistakes. And the worst part, beat the game once, and the game says, nope, that was a trap, do it again. For an NES title, it's deceptively charming. Graveyards, forests, flaming villages, it looks inviting until it chews you up and spits you out. The colors lure you in, the monsters spit you out. It's Halloween pixel art with a chainsaw hidden inside. That theme song, burned into your memory. Cheerful, upbeat, almost circus-like. It's the cruelest joke Capcom ever played. The happiest song you'll ever hear while being completely destroyed. Now, I don't know who designed this fucking game, but I'm convinced they hated children. You think you're safe? Boom! Flying demon. You think you're making progress? Boom! Respawning zombies. You finally get a decent weapon? Nope! You're stuck with the goddamn torch again. This game is like an abusive relationship. It beats you down, you walk away, but somehow you come crawling back. And yet, we loved it, because that pain is part of our gaming DNA. Ghosts and Goblins became infamous. It spawned sequels. Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins. It built a reputation as one of the hardest franchises in gaming history. Speedrunners now treat it as a badge of honor. Retro fans call it a rite of passage. And for casual players, it's the game you warn your friends about. It influenced modern hard games like Dark Souls and Cuphead. Pain became prestige. Alright, Ghosts and Goblins wasn't just a game. It was a trial. It was the forge that tested your patience, your skill, and your sanity. It was the wall you slammed against. The nightmare that made victory, if you ever tasted it, that much sweeter. Ghosts and Goblins is not just a game. It's a medieval torture device, dressed up in 8-bit charm. And we keep coming back for more. Because pain builds character. At least that's what I've always been told. Well, if you made it through this, I really appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. That's it for Ghosts and Goblins Through the Eyes of TazerFace. Another scar burned into the book of nostalgia. Another memory we can't escape. This is TazerFace's Nostalgic Games, where rage meets respect, and where every pixel has a story. Until next time, keep your armor on, because the demons never rest. See you later.